All right, we move on to another topic. Los Angeles officials finally revealing Friends star Matthew Perry's cause of death.
An autopsy saying he died from, quote, acute effects of ketamine. Is that how you say it? Ketamine? Ketamine. Ketamine. Last month.
Fox News medical contributor Dr. Mark Siegel joins us now. Dr. Siegel, help us understand the latest update on this sad story. Tell us about ketamine.
Well, ketamine is a drug that's been around since the 1970s, Will, and it's been used for general anesthesia, meaning that it safely puts people to sleep during surgery. But now, more and more, it's called Special K. It's a psychedelic. It's like PCP, so people are using it recreationally. Lately, they've started to use this drug to treat severe depression and also pain. And so the deal with Matthew Perry is clearly he was getting it therapeutically to treat depression or getting off of opioids or pain. But the problem is that the dose he was getting from some physician, that was weeks ago, that wore off. It wears off in hours. And clearly, this particular use of it was not ordained by anyone. And clearly, he was taking it at this point on his own. Now, what happened is that ketamine, if given in a dose like you had in anesthesia, he didn't take a little dose. He took the amount that you use in anesthesia. What that does is it hyperstimulates the heart, and it slows breathing, especially if you take it with another drug that he was taking, buprenorphine, to help him get off of opioids. Together, it suppresses breathing. So stimulating the heart too much, he had underlying heart disease, by the way, and slowing breathing simultaneously caused him to stop breathing, and he was found tragically lying face down in the pool.
Really quickly, so I have some experience with ketamine, by the way, Dr. Siegel, in that one of my sons, when he was 3 years old, he was given ketamine because he had to go under a serious surgery. And I'll never forget, he didn't go under. He was awake, right? I think for most of this, and kind of hallucinogenic to forget what happens during the surgery. But like a lot of these psychedelics people talk about, you're led to believe it doesn't lead, like it's not an actual threat to your life, but you point out this other drug that was in combination, or did it all make Matthew Perry so sedated that he fell into the water and drowned? Was it the drugs, or that it put him in this compromised state in a hot tub?
Really great point. Ketamine can do the second thing you said. Ketamine is a really common cause of drowning. In this case, the autopsy determined it was beforehand. Well, by the way, it does cause you to dissociate. It's a warning for people out there. You lose judgment. You completely have a mind-body separation. In his case, because of his underlying heart disease and the other drug he was on, it stopped his breathing and stopped his heart before he went into the water. That's what the autopsy determined.
You know, Dr. Siegel, as I hear this story, what I just hear is lots of pharmaceuticals, this cocktails of pharmaceuticals, all to deal with depression. And I just wonder if that's the right way to deal with depression. I mean, can you talk to our viewers about other ways that don't involve pharmaceuticals to deal with depression, like going outdoors, getting fresh air, having more, close connections with humans? What else can people do besides these dangerous cocktails of big pharma? It seems like everybody's on these things.
I completely agree with what you just said, Rachel. That is really the message here. He started off with a huge drug problem, opioids, but he had a lot of people who loved him, everyone around the country. Loved him as an actor, but also close friends reaching out to him all the time, caring about him, caring about this terrible loss. And he basically replaced one drug with a series of other drugs. And the amount of ketamine he was using, okay, we do use it therapeutically, but only under a physician's guidance. Not this way. Not this way. Going outdoors, exercising more. He did play pickleball, of course, but really letting people love you and loving them back definitely is a way out of this darkness. And that's what probably would have been best. And unfortunately, too many physicians are enabling the pharmaceuticals. Too many physicians are giving those cocktails.
Yeah. We got to go, doctor, but real quick, would this be categorized as an overdose?
Absolutely. This is an accidental overdose death. Cause of death is ketamine. Absolutely. Drowning secondary to that.
Dr. Mark Siegel.
Thanks, Dr.
Thank you for breaking it down.
Dr. Siegel.
Thank you, guys.
Sad.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.